Commissioner Aaron Gillespie, who will be presenting the awards this evening. Welcome to Rochester Christian University. We're happy to have you. The Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference has a strong tradition of academic as well as athletic achievement. It is because of this commitment that we honor the following student athletes as the 2026 WHAC Women's Basketball All-Academic Team for maintaining a cumulative GPA of 3.25. All members of this team must be a sophomore or above in academic standing and have attended their school for 1 full year. Will the following honorees please come forward when your name is called? From Lourdes University, Cambry Edwards, Carson Edwards, Kamaya Worthy, Cameron Ivey, Grace Ryan, Olivia Ewok, Ashley Donisha, and Carly Maple. And we'll get a picture of them and we'll send out all the Rochester ladies. And from Rochester, Mila Alls, Jihad Bakar, Elena Kellenberger, Savannah Laurenti, Emily Lockey, Ashley Liu, Melanie Moore, Jordan Peterson, Chloe Sackless, and J.C. Summer. Your 2026 WHAC Women's Basketball All-Academic Team for Rochester Christian. The WHAC is also focused on service to our communities and developing life skills through character-driven athletics. Players are selected by their coach to be a part of the 2026 WHAC Women's Basketball Champions of Character Team. These members best represent the 5 core character values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. From Lourdes University, Ashley Zachary. From Rochester Christian, Ashley Liu. We'd like to recognize the members present of the all-freshman team as voted by WHAC head coaches. From Rochester Christian University, Amal Yunus. And now we'd like to recognize those members present on the all-defensive team as voted by WHAC head coaches. From Lourdes, Kamaya Worthy. From Rochester Christian, Kendall Zyder and Simone Andrews. And we'd like to recognize the players present tonight who are part of the second team all-conference team as voted by WHAC head coaches. From Lourdes, Tamaya Worthy. And from Rochester Christian, Simone Andrews and J.C. Summers. players present tonight who are named to the 2026 WHAC Women's Basketball First Team All-Conference Team. From Lourdes, Emma Pregame and Taylor Butler. From Rochester Christian, Kendall Zaya. Our next individual awards go to the 2026 WHAC Defensive Player of the Year and Newcomer of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year from Lourdes, Tamaya Worthy. And our Newcomer of the Year, also from Lourdes, Taylor Butler. And finally, we'd like to honor our Coach of the Year from Rochester Christian University, give a big round of applause to all of our competitors on a great season.
on the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Christian Warriors host the Lourdes Gray Wolves in this semifinal matchup of the 2026 Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Tournament. It's the 2-seed Warriors and the 3-seed Gray Wolves. Third time this season these teams have met. The Gray Wolves have won both the prior matchups, the last coming not that long ago, back on February 4th. That was right here at Garth Pleasant Arena. 71-63 win that night for Lourdes. The other matchup came back in late November, 72-54. The Lourdes Gray Wolves winners that day. Rochester Christian comes into this one 11-3 at home this season and winners of 6 straight. Their last loss was that matchup against these Gray Wolves back on February 4th. Counting you down to tip-off between the Warriors and Gray Wolves. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the starting lineups from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors and Gray Wolves just a couple minutes away from the opening tip for this semifinal matchup. All-time series between these programs. Rochester Christian leads the series 15-6, but Lourdes has won 3 straight. Gray Wolves also have the lone win in postseason play between these two teams in the all-time series. That came back in 2020-2021 during postseason play in the WHAC tournament. Some accolades handed out earlier on in our pregame coverage. If you weren't with us for that at the top of our broadcast, on the Warriors side of things, head coach Jared Ocampo taking home WHAC Coach of the Year. Kendall Zeider earns first team all-conference and all-defensive team honors, while J.C. Summers and Simone Andrews got second team all-conference. Andrews also adding all-defensive team to her resume as well. Amal Eunice earning all-freshman team, and Ashley Loon, one of the champions of character this season in the WHAC. And on the other side for Lourdes, Tamaya Worthy, Defensive Player of the Year, second team all-conference and all-defensive team. Kaylana Butler, Newcomer of the Year and first team all-conference. Emma Pedroza earning first team honors as well. Get to the starting lineups for both these teams, starting with the visiting Gray Wolves. They'll start out Olivia Deja, Emma Pedroza, Kalana Butler, the guards, Tamaya Worthy, and Cameron Ivy are the forwards. And for Rochester Christian, it'll be the same as it's been. Amal Eunice, Simone Andrews, and Ashley Loon, the guards. J.C. Summers on the wing, and Kendall Zeider will jump it up here in just over 60 seconds. Simone Andrews taking a look at that starting five for Rochester Christian. Last time these teams met back on February 4th, Simone Andrews had a game-high 23 points in the loss, but on the other side for Lourdes, all 5 of their starters that night scored in double figures, led by Kalana Butler's 19. So we'll see what this third installment between the Warriors and Gray Wolves in 2026 has in store for us. We'll step aside for a quick break, come back, send it down to the floor to public address announcer Mark Stowers.
And good evening and welcome to Garth Pleasant Arena on the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University. Tonight's second round action of the WHAC tournament with the Lourdes Gray Wolves and your Rochester Christian University Warriors. As a reminder, Rochester Christian and the NAIA are committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition in athletics. We ask that all players and fans do their part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in tonight's game. At this time, we ask that you would please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Join us in a word of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner that by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in this game. Amen. Please remain standing for our national anthem. Starters first, the Lourdes Gray Wolves, wearing number 1, Olivia Diwa. Number 2, Emma Pergroza. Number 20, Kalana Butler. Number 32, Kamaya Worthy. And number 34, Cameron Ivy. The head coach, Sandy Radford. Assistant coach, Kate Crawford. For your Rochester Christian University Warriors. A 5'6" freshman guard, number 1, Amar Ewan. A 5'8" sophomore guard, number 5, Simone Andrews. A 6'1" junior guard forward, number 11, J.C. 7, senior guard, number 15, Ashley Lourdes. And rounding out your last, a 6'2" senior guard, number 21, Kendall Assistant coach is David Arthur Manager. Your head coach, Derek O.
Well, there you have it. That is the word from public address announcer Mark Stowers here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. We are ready to jump it up. It's the 2-seed Warriors, the 3-seed Gray Wolves. And we are underway in this semifinal. Lourdes will start out with it. They're in the all black with the orange trim. Warriors going with their same home all whites. Free throw line jump shot off the heel, twice off the rim. Second try no good. Amal Eunice, the freshman, rips down the rebound in a crowd. Get it over to Eunice. Loon thought about the three. She'll walk it into Zyder. Lay it up, lay it in. Count it in a foul. Foul goes on Ivy. Warriors come into this one after a win back on Wednesday night against 7-seed Cleary. On the other side, Lourdes comes in off a win over 6-seeded Northwestern Ohio. The other semifinal matchup tonight that we'll touch on throughout our broadcast, Indiana Tech taking on 5-seeded Siena Heights, who knocked off 4-seed Aquinas back on Wednesday. Shot doesn't fall. Summers pulls it down and looks to exit this half the floor. Pass picked off, intended for Zyder. One-on-one the other way. It's Pedroza on Eunice, and Pedroza scores. Pedroza, one of the players for Lourdes, honored before the game today, first team all-conference in the WHAC. Andrews bounces it for Summers. Shot is up and off the rim. Rebound, offensive rebound for Zyder. She gets knocked down over in the corner. And quickly, not even 2 minutes in, that's the second foul on Ivy. Harris, the freshman out of Toledo, comes in for her. Zyder gets loose on the baseline and lays it in. Simone Andrews trying to go end-to-end with it. Drop it off to Zyder, who's red hot to start. That's another two for Kendall Zyder. Looked like Pedroza thought that Coach Bradford was going to call time there. She says, let's play on. Already 2.5 minutes gone. Kick it into the corner. Harris up fakes on Zyder. Now 8 to shoot. Misses on the shot. It's an air ball. Warriors looking to get out and run. Eunice picks up the dribble outside. Andrews for three. Give me that! A 10-2 spark to begin our contest, give the assist on the Andrews 3 to Amal Eunice. The Warriors are 4 of 5 to begin as that shot barely catches iron. Another rebound out to Eunice. Now Summers, who had 26 in the quarterfinals. That ball kicked around by Loon. And that's one area tonight. Throw the shot up, no for Harris, but a whistle and a foul. That's one area, though, going back to the turnovers, that the Warriors will have to be better at tonight. In each of the regular season matchups between these teams, Rochester Christian turned it over 22 times in both contests. .6:33 to go in the first quarter. Knocked down the first free throw. Kalasia Harris at the free throw line. Missed on the second. And they'll throw it away into the backcourt. Lourdes will run after it, but unable to get there in time was Dia. So the inbound will come all the way back into the near corner after the ball exited the floor on the top right of your screen. Warriors up 7 early. They've got 7 points from Zyder so far. Simone Andrews knocked down the other 3. She has it here above the free throw line. Bounces it, good look inside for Summers, who sinks it. This Warriors team does so well. They've done it all season long, sharing the basketball as Pedroza lines up a long 3 and it's through. Ball bobbled around, kick it to Loon. Loon for 3, that's off the rim. Offensive rebound, Simone Andrews, and she's tangled up. Possession arrow will stay here. Ashley Zavisha checks in for Lourdes. 5:28 to go in the first. Warriors up by 6. Going baseline is Zyder. Draws a second defender, but it does not matter. She's got 9 already. Zavisha for 3, and that's going to pinball up and over the backboard, not of play. On the Rochester Christian Sports Network, Stephen McDonald here with you inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. We appreciate you tuning in wherever you're watching from tonight in this WHAC semifinal matchup. Eunice extra pass, Loon for 3. Again off the same side of the rim. Just hasn't been able to dial in the 3 just yet. Get it quickly inside on the go. Missed the layup and tapped out of bounds, but they'll say Lourdes ball. Looked like Worthy frustrated with herself after missing that last layup there. That sends us to the first quarter media timeout. 4:45 to go in the first. It's the Warriors 14, Lourdes Gray Wolves 6 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Kendall Zeider, perfect from the floor, 4 for 4, has 9 points and a rebound already for the Warriors. On the other side, Emma Pedroza, 5 points on 2 of 3 from the floor, knocked down a 3 just moments ago. But right now, Rochester Christian, 6 out of 9 from the floor as a team. +3 is their advantage early on in rebounding. 3 is up on the wing, it's long. Another rebound for Simone Andrews, and official says ball out of bounds. It'll be Warriors basketball. Andrews to Zeider, quick pass, gets it to Summers for 2. Warriors came into this one averaging just about 16 assists per contest. They've done well to share the basketball so far tonight. By my count, that's now 6 assists already on 7 made baskets, as the Warriors are 7 of 10 shooting to start. Loon loses the handle, 10 to shoot for the Warriors, 3:45 to go in the first. Going baseline, Simone Andrews, it won't fall, but that's her spot. Loves to make that shimmy and get to the baseline and pull up from right where she did on that shot. Just couldn't get it to fall this time around. Lourdes just 3 of 12 before that shot. And despite the slow start, find themselves down now by just 6. Go to the baseline, high off glass, count it, and the foul for Ashley Loon. And that's one thing that Loon all season has done well. When that shot from the outside isn't falling, not afraid to make that move to the basket, especially off ball like she did there. And has a chance for 3 the hard way, goes up with the free throw, it spins out. Lay it up and in. Worthy for 2. Solid start for Worthy, 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Pedroza has 5 for Lourdes. Zeider has 9. Summers has 4 and a rebound. Line drive, it falls. A long 3, almost from the logo that time, rattles off. .2:15 to go in the first. Warriors by 8. Simone Andrews curls off a screen by Summers and knocks it down from the mid-range. Absolutely lethal from the mid-range when that shot is falling. Pedroza taps the rebound, but tapped it to Simone Andrews. Andrews already racking up the rebounds tonight. Now she'll step into a 3. It's short. And they'll let this go out along the baseline. Clock stops with 1:44 to go in the first. On the wing, that's blocked by Zeider. Picked up out of the air by Worthy, and she's tied up with Shahad Bakar. They're going to call the foul on Shahad Bakar there. Her first, team's third. Fouls going 3 aside now. And that's a travel underneath. Kelowna Butler called for the travel. Get it down low for Summers. Back topside for Shahad Bakar, swinging around to the corner, 4-3, it's through, Simone Andrews. 25-12, final minute of the first. Pulling up at the free throw line and almost wedged it in the backboard. And that's a travel on J.C. Summers. Wanted to give it up to Ashley Loon, just hesitated slightly and took the extra step. Top of the arc it goes. 40 to go in the quarter, 15 to shoot. 3 is up and off the heel. Andrews got stopped in her tracks by Worthy. Loon will settle it down, working on Pedroza. About a 5-second difference between clocks, as you can see on your screen. Try to lob it in for Zeider. Tough to tell if there was a slight tug there defensively, but either way, turnover by the Warriors. It'll be their third of the quarter. Pedroza lines up the 3 and buries it. Got it away in time, but too strong for Kendall Zeider at the quarter buzzer. And at the end of one in this WHAC tournament semifinal, it's the Warriors 25 and the Gray Wolves 15 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Rochester Christian shoots it almost 70% in the first quarter, knocking down 11 of their 16 shot attempts. They were led by Kendall Zeider with 9, going perfect from the floor, 4 out of 4. Simone Andrews had 8 plus 5 rebounds and 4 assists, already a full stat line for her in just 1 quarter of play. On the other side, Emma Pedroza, 8 points, Tamaya Worthy, 6. As they get it to Dia, pass inside, stolen by Zeider. Zeider picked up a block in the latter stages of the first quarter. She comes into this one after an all-defensive team honor, averaging almost 1.8 blocks per game as Loon lays it up and in. Rochester Christian jumped out early in this one to start on a 10-2 start. As that turn and gun comes up well short, Loon trying to go in for the layup, gets knocked down and fouled. It'll be the first foul on Worthy. Saw Cameron Ivy in the first 2 minutes of the game, picked up 2 quick fouls. Loon knocks down the free throw. And good on the second. Warriors have all 4 points so far here in the quarter. Get tied up on the inside. That's a traveling call. Nowhere to run for the Gray Wolves, and Kalana Butler, 3 white jerseys engulfed her. It's a turnover for Lourdes. Get it to Simone Andrews. Outside Loon. 4-3. Yes! And a timeout will be called. Lourdes calls time. Head coach Tandy Bradford, in her 5th season, will look for some answers, trailing 32-15, 8:35 to go in the first half. We'll take the timeout with them on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors have all 7 points scored in this quarter. They jumped out to a 10-2 lead in the first, and now 7-0 start to the second quarter. They're now shooting it 72% from the floor for the game, 13 out of 18, and 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Loon now tied with Zyder for a team high and a game high 9. Loon's 3, her 3rd of the night already, sent us to the timeout as Worthy banked one in. Actually had a little shrug there as it fell. Not her best looking shot, but counts as 3 all the same, so she'll take it. And now a takeaway as Shahad Bakar was in some trouble, just threw it up over her head. And now in the direction of Harris, slipped away. Ivy will re-enter for Lourdes, picked up 2 quick fouls back in the first. We'll see if she's able to get some run here in the second without picking up that 3rd foul. Andrews leans back, had it knocked away, and they'll say last touch by Simone Andrews. Good defense that time by Kalana Butler. Butler got it over to Ivy, who missed on the shot, then takes it away from Zyder, lays it up, lays it in, and got fouled by Zyder. It'll be the second on Zyder, so she'll check out. Mila Alls will come in. 7:25 to go in the first half. Ivy's free throw falls off. Send it to the logo for Andrews. Now to Alls. Tried to go back outside for Summers, and that was knocked away at the last second by Dia. So it's Summers, Andrews, Bakar, Alls, and Loon, the 5 for the Warriors. Dia, Pedroza, Butler, Worthy, Ivy, the 5 for Lourdes. 8 to shoot for Simone Andrews. Backs it up for Summers, who has it ripped away. Now 2 to shoot, and they won't get a shot off. It's a shot clock violation forced by the Gray Wolves defense. The 2-seed Warriors, the 3-seed Gray Wolves. Lourdes won both regular season matchups as this ball leaks away from Ivy. Throw it up, off glass, no. But Kalana Butler almost made it interesting on that shot. Fouls on Alls, her first, team second. Butler will go to the free throw line. Lourdes just 1 for 2 so far tonight at the line, knocks down the first. Warriors at the line, 3 of 4. Second one is up and rattles out. But Pedroza able to track it, steps back on Shahad Bakar and knocks down the deuce. Now Lourdes picking up some momentum. Bakar lost it, sidesteps a defender, that was Ivy. Now Simone Andrews walks in, can't hit on the shot. Butler left it for Pedroza, who launches for 3. Pedroza does have a couple threes already, but now 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. They'll send it all the way outside for Loon. Loon, 4-3, rolls it off. Pedroza, from about 3 feet behind the free throw line, couldn't hit the shot. As Amal Yunus will come in for Shahad Bakar. And looks like Zavisha will come in for Lourdes. And now quickly jumping into the fray is Tambry Williams as well. Williams comes in for Summers. Official just double checking things over at the scorers table. We're ready to go, and that's kicked aside by Mila Alls. Shot won't fall, battle for the rebound. Tapped away, they'll say Ivy was the last to touch it. And taking a look at that other semifinal game going on today, Indiana Tech just seconds away from securing their spot in the championship game as they lead big over Siena Heights, 75-46 in the final minute. Eunice left alone for three, too strong. (32-23) Warriors, 4:59 to go in the second quarter. Scoring has really slowed over the last few minutes. Warriors jumped out in this second quarter on a 7-0 run. Tambry Williams tries to hunt down that loose ball. Warriors come away with it with Mila Alls. Now Eunice lobs one up, tries to track her own miss. And Eunice will get hit with the foul. It'll be her first, team's third. Shahad Bakar will come right back in for Eunice. Those two swapped out just about a minute ago now. Here's Pedroza working on Simone Andrews. Tries to go down low to the baseline, but threw it right to Mila Alls. Andrews to Loon for three. Off the rim, offensive rebound. Tambry Williams had some help from Alls. Pedroza puts her head down, go to the corner for three. That won't fall, but a whistle and a foul on the three by Dia. Summers will check in for Ashley Loon. It will be 3 free throws for Olivia Dia. Dia hasn't scored yet tonight, has only attempted one shot, knocks down the first free throw. Lourdes led so far by Pedroza with 10 points. Tamaya Worthy has 9. Second one is good as well. Warriors led so far. A couple players with 9 points. It's Loon and Zyder. Good on all three is Dia, and just like that, it's a 6-point game. Warriors led after one, 25-15. Tambry Williams gets 2 time down low, able to get it off to Shahad Bakar. Summers wants a three, got the three. Warriors as a team this season only shot at around 28% from three-point range as Shahad Bakar does what she does, reaches in and takes away the basketball. Wasn't that long ago now that she had that 7-steal game against Lawrence Tech here. Scoop it and score it for Simone Andrews. And just like that, the lead pushed back out to 11. Knock it down from the wing from downtown. Butler triples. .220 to go until halftime, 37-29 Warriors. They've led from the jump. Couple Warriors converging on the basketball there. Just some miscommunication that time. Looked like Bakar and Mila Alls were at the same exact spot on the floor when that basketball came to the free throw line. It'll be the 8th turnover by the Warriors, but Mila Alls rips it right back. Bounce it to Williams, handoff goes to Simone Andrews. She's knocked down to the floor. and lost it out of bounds. They'll say another turnover by Rochester Christian. Zavisha, straightaway three on the way, it rattles off. Worthy couldn't make the Warriors pay for leaving her open top of the arc. And now they'll throw it away. Worthy on the run, no numbers, lays it up, no. Williams the board. And now Rochester Christian a chance to counter. But Shahad Bakar will slow things down in the front court. Minute 10 to go first half. Rochester Christian still shooting it around 55% for the half. At one point, we're as high as 70% in the half. Turn and fire, it's good for J.C. Summers. Summers into double figures now with 11. Andrews has 10. Andrews has the basketball now. Driving and missing, couldn't hook it up and over Ivy. Had to get that shot high in air. Ivy stands 6'1". And Tambry Williams went for the rebound. And they'll say it's Warriors basketball, 22 seconds to go. So the shot clock will be off at this point, and a host of substitutions for the Warriors. They'll get some of their shooters back on the floor, including Eunice and Loon. 10-point lead for the Warriors. They'll have, if they want it, the final possession here. And they'll call time to set something up. Coach Ocampo, the WHAC Coach of the Year for 2025-2026, will call time with 15.8 seconds to go in the half. We'll step aside on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. .8 seconds to go in this semifinal first half from Garth Pleasant Arena. Warriors and Gray Wolves. Summers has it. Zeider battling for space down low. A whistle and a foul. It'll be the first foul on Zavisha. Zeider will shoot free throws. So now defense for offense. The move here for Coach Ocampo sends in Shahad Bakar, and after these free throws, looks like Tambry Williams will come in as well for the final 7 seconds. Second free throw is good, and here comes Tambry Williams. Inbound will be for Pedroza. Pedroza 10 points this half. Has a couple threes along the way. She'll drive, go off glass, no. Rebound Williams. And that is how the first half will end. 41-29, your halftime score. Warriors 20 minutes away from a championship game matchup with Indiana Tech. Some stats from that first half before we send you to the half. Warriors shoot it north of 50% for the half, knocked down 16 shots. went 4 of 10 from three-point range. They've got a +7 advantage in total rebounding. And out of their 16 made shots, they've assisted on 12 of those. On the other side for Lourdes, shot at just 30% from the floor overall. Warriors were led by J.C. Summers and Kendall Zeider with 11 points apiece, also combined for 5 rebounds, and Zeider added 1 assist. Simone Andrews, the other Warrior in double figures that half, 10 points, also had 5 rebounds and already up to 5 assists on the night, going 4 of 9 from the floor shooting. Ashley Loon, a solid first half as well, 9 points, 4 rebounds, had 2 assists on 3 of 9 shooting. Halftime here from Garth Pleasant Arena. Halftime score, Warriors 41, Lourdes 29 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
It all began in 1937 on this very basketball court in Kansas City. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game, and all strive to do more and be more. At the NAIA, we take the student and student athlete seriously and focus on the whole person, because individual growth doesn't stop at the final buzzer. Our character-driven athletics empower student athletes to succeed in competition, in class, and in life.
I'm not just preparing for the next game. I'm preparing for what's next.
For NAIA member institutions, Small doesn't mean limited. It means limitless. Our schools aren't simply the sum of their teams. They're whole communities that are founded on opportunity, strengthened by tradition, and powered by passion.
Here, we build athletic programs that build lives and legacies.
Through our 29 sports, 21 conferences, 250 member institutions, and 83,000 student athletes, the NAIA fosters a culture of competition and connection in an unstoppable intercollegiate movement where athletics push to new heights and integrity keeps us grounded.
We don't measure success in W's alone. Our greatest victory is the community we create for the student-athlete experience.
Across the NAIA, we play for the love of the game, finding strength in our teammates and gaining inspiration from our challengers.
We know excellence doesn't happen by chance. That's why we built our own playbook for success. From our common sense regulations to our innovative tools like Return on Athletics to our commitment to character development, we help schools not just compete, but thrive.
Our investment goes beyond athletics. We're investing in the future of our student athletes and our schools.
We are bigger than a game, than a record, than a championship. We are the next generation of athletes, leaders, and game changers. It's why we choose the NAIA.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
At the half between the Warriors and Gray Wolves, 41-29 our halftime score inside of Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen MacDonald here with you. Warriors were led in the first half. J.C. Summers and Kendall Zeider combining for 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Simone Andrews added 10 plus 5 and 5 assists. And Ashley Loon with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Emma Pedroza, a team-high 10 points. Tamaya Worthy right behind her with 9. But Lourdes shooting it right around 29% from the floor in that first half. Turnovers an issue for both sides. Warriors turned it over 10 times to 9 for Lourdes. Rochester Christian, as you saw on that earlier graphic, a +8 advantage in rebounding in that first half, 23-15. Also assisting on 12 of their 16 made baskets. One spot in the championship game on Monday night already secured. Indiana Tech knocking off Siena Heights just a little while ago. Rochester Christian 20 minutes of action away from joining them in Fort Wayne on Monday night for the championship game. We'll step aside one final time. Second half on the way on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. It'll be Warriors basketball to start the second half, leading 41-29. Eunice was finally able to get it into Kendall Zeider. Zeider in the middle of the paint, And that's an offensive foul on Zyder to begin the second half. That'll be her third. Mila Alls will come in for Zyder. Zyder came into tonight the team's leading scorer at 13 points per game, also leading rebounder at 8 rebounds per contest. Warriors able to rip away the basketball, up ahead looking for Simone Andrews, just a touch behind her. If that pass is able to lead her just a little bit more, could have been off and running, had a one-on-one opportunity on the break against Olivia Dia. Nothing comes of that whole sequence other than about 35 seconds running off the clock. All's top of the arc, off to Simone Andrews. Andrews from the mid-range, it hits off the front of the rim and won't go through. Dia to Worthy. Worthy's pass was tipped and almost stolen. Simone Andrews couldn't secure it. Three is up and through by Kalana Butler. Butler has made some plays tonight, and they've been timely for the Gray Wolves, as one dribbling into the shot goes Summers, who misses. Warriors led by 12 at the break, but going back to the other night, as that turn and shoot is good. Warriors know all too well from that quarterfinal matchup against Cleary. They led most of that game by 10, 12, even at times 15 points, but with about 4 minutes left in regulation, the Cougars started to inch their way back, got it to within 2, as Simone Andrews misses on the corner 3. Warriors, of course, though, were able to make a push at the end and pull away as Pedroza sinks it for 3, and a timeout is called. 41-37. An 8-0 run to begin the third quarter, 7:38 to go in the third. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Emma Pedroza has half of her team's threes. She's 3 of 7 from beyond the arc tonight, 13 points. Her latest triple sent us to the timeout. It's an 8-0 start to the third quarter for Lourdes, as our score stands 41-37. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Christian Sports Network, welcoming you into this semifinal game. Indiana Tech already advancing to Monday night's championship game. Eunice comes this way for Simone Andrews, 4 to shoot. Outside to Loon for 3. At the very least, it caught iron. Track it down in the corner, and Butler ran out of real estate. Summers with it. Got it back to Eunice. Now Alls turns inside. That rolls off. Eunice able to rip it away to Loon, and she lays it in. Warriors needed the bucket after the 8-0 start to the quarter by Lourdes. That three from Pedroza too strong. They'll say tie up on the floor, possession arrow to Lourdes, 13 to shoot. Worthy ducks inside, missed on the shot, rebound Summers. Now Loon quickly to Alls, bounces it for Summers, lay it up, no. Six minutes to go in the third. Pedroza has it, spins it to the logo for Worthy. Now Butler bobbled it for a moment, and it'll be a foul on Loon. That'll be her third. So Loon joins Zyder with 3 fouls. Carmen Lowry will check in. I believe this is the first time we'll see Lowry tonight for the Warriors. Worthy steps back on Summers. Had it knocked away. Now Dia outside with it with 10 to shoot. Pedroza spots up and it goes through. Pedroza now with 15 to lead all scorers. It's a 10-2 start to the quarter. Shot comes up short. Pedroza being guarded now by Eunice. Long two. This one won't go through off the rim. Last one took a couple hops before it went through. This time, no such luck. Now Lowry lobs it for Alls, bounce it back to Eunice. And that one's good. First basket of the night for Eunice. Give the assist to Alls. Warriors fans in attendance wanting a stop here defensively. Ivy out to Dia for 3, and it lips out. Looked like Andrews may have gotten a fingertip to that shot, but it's a miss for Olivia Dia. 45-39, 4 minutes to go in the third. Summers gives it up to Eunice. 10 on the possession. Alls trying to get into some space, misses on the layup. Lourdes still only shooting at 33% for the game, but they found their shot here in the third, as there's another whistle and a foul on the Warriors. That'll be the second on Alls. Team's third. That'll send us to the third quarter media timeout. 3:28 to go in the third. 45-39 our score. Warriors have led from the jump. We'll step aside from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors came into play tonight 11-3 at home this season, including their win back on Wednesday night here in the quarterfinals. They come in winners of 6 straight to tie a season-best winning streak. But they dropped both the regular season matchups to these Gray Wolves. The all-time series we highlighted in the open to our broadcast, Warriors lead the all-time series 15-6, but Lourdes has won 3 straight. Just the second time these teams have met in postseason play. Pedroza knocks down the free throw out of the media timeout. Second one is up and good as well. And the deficit for Lourdes has been trimmed to 4. It was 41-29 at the break. Summers to Lowry, back out high for Eunice. Out the other way for Summers for 3. Dia stops at the baseline, goes outside for Worthy. Ivy fires and misses, pushed it off to the left. Tambry Williams has it, goes inside for Summers for 2. It's off glass, no, but a whistle and a foul. Fouls on Pedroza, her first, team's first of this third quarter. Summers will go to the free throw line. Out there with Williams, Lowry, Andrews, and Eunice. First free throw is good. Unlike the quarterfinal game against Cleary, Warriors have not been to the line a ton tonight. Neither side has been to the line much as Summers knocks down both. Lourdes just 5 of 8 at the line so far. That pass deflected off J.C. Summers. Warriors will control. And the shot falls. So 4 quick points for Rochester Christian, and again that lead out to 8. Contested shot by Tambry Williams. Again, not sure if the Warriors got a hand on that shot, but certainly did enough to disrupt its trajectory. And then a foul a long ways away from the hoop is going to go on Worthy, her second, team's second. On the floor for Lourdes, it's Dia, Pedroza, Butler, Worthy, and Ivy. Lay it up, lay it in. Counted on a foul. Summers knocks down the shot. 10-point lead, and the and one is good as well. 11-point lead, as it looks like Ivy set to check back in. Worthy will check out. That last foul was on Worthy. It's her third. Now Pedroza leans in off the screen, missed on the shot, and Butler rips away the rebound. And the foul is going to go on Eunice. shot by Pedroza, can't stick it. Butler tried to rip it away from Eunice. Eunice somehow kept a hold of it. Simone Andrews tries to go downhill, lay it up, and got fouled. Foul goes on Pedroza, her second, team's fourth. Fouls are 4 aside. Andrews will go to the line for the first time tonight. First one's up and through. Warriors are led by Summers with 16 points. Andrews now has a chance to add to her total at the free throw line. Already got one, and that's all. 4 Warriors in double figures. The only Gray Wolf in double figures is Pedroza with 17. As the shot falls for Cameron Ivy. Summers with 16, Andrews 11, Loon 11, Zider 11 as well, as Summers will tack on 2 more. That layup comes up short. Warriors another stop. And at least for the time being, final 15 seconds of the quarter, shot clock is off. It appears, at least for the time being, Rochester Christian survived the shot that Lourdes gave them at the start of the quarter, as that shot falls for Tambry Williams. And now a takeaway, and Lowry, unaware of the clock, cannot get a shot off in time. But at the end of 3, our score, Rochester Christian 57 and Lourdes 43. Warriors are 10 minutes away from a date in the championship round on Monday night in Fort Wayne against Indiana Tech. We'll step aside and come back for the 4th on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors have shot at 50% from the floor for the game, 22 of 44. They've assisted on 16 of their 22 made shots. They've done much better so far through 3 quarters of play in the turnover department than the last 2 times they've met up with Lourdes. Turned it over 22 times in each of the regular season games, have only 12 here tonight so far. Lourdes has turned it over 13 times. Rochester Christian still with a solid advantage in total rebounding, +7. Eunice to Summers. Back to Eunice in the middle of the paint. Outside, Lowry wide open. Off the heel. Offensive rebound, Williams. She'll play catch with J.C. Summers and then lost it in the corner. Off that reset from the offensive rebound by Williams, there's 13 to shoot. We're already over 30 seconds into our 4th quarter. Williams drops it off to Eunice, floats it and fills it. give another assist to the Warriors, this time courtesy of Tambry Williams. Rebound tapped and controlled by Ivy. And I believe they called a foul. Coach Ocampo adamant that it should have been a tie up there. As you see his reaction, far left corner of your screen. Lob it in looking for Ivy. It's stolen away by Carmen Lowry. She says ball don't lie, going coast to coast for the lay-in. Hits off the underside of the rim. Up ahead for Ivy, toss it outside Butler. That shot offline, deflected away and out of play. J.C. Summers with a visible reaction to the call, staying with Lourdes. Coach Ocampo was signaling like he wanted a review there. Not sure he's going to get the review, but official comes over to the table for a quick discussion. And with 8:41 to go, baseline inbound for Lourdes. Halfway down, it pops out for Pedroza. Offensive rebound goes back up and in by Worthy. Pedroza and Worthy have done what they can to keep Lourdes in this game, both now, by my count, in double figures scoring. But 4 Warriors in double figures as Lowry steps into a 3. One hop off the rim for Eunice, and she's fouled on the rebound. The 4 Warriors in double figures tonight are all 4 of their top leading scorers. So you could say same old, as bounce goes to Andrews for 2. Give the assist to J.C. Summers, another assist for the Warriors offensively as Zider and Loon getting ready to check back in. Pedroza gets fouled, 7:45 to go. It is the 4th on Eunice. She'll check out with Tambry Williams and Carmen Lowry. Again, both sides have shot it well at the line tonight. Second one rims out for Pedroza. Just haven't seen a ton of free throws in this contest. But I think for the most part, in a semifinal game such as this, you want that to be the case. Don't want to see too many whistles out there. Throw it away in the backcourt. A turnover by the Warriors sends us to a timeout. 7:31 to go. It's the Warriors 61, Gray Wolves 46. Timeout on the floor on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. 7:31 to go in the game. Warriors lead at 61-46. Worthy will handle it out of the timeout, gives it up to Pedroza. Pedroza has had a stellar game, 18 points, 4 rebounds tonight. As Shahad Bakar takes it away, tippy-toes the sideline. Simone Andrews off to Ashley Loon. Now Andrews flips it up off the underside of the rim. Second time we've seen the Warriors do that of late. Pedroza puts it in on Loon. Gives her 20 on the night. 7th made shot overall. Loon trying to answer back. That's deflected away and out of play by Ivy. For Ivy, despite getting those 2 quick fouls to start the contest tonight, has still contributed 6 points and a rebound. Zeider down the baseline, goes up with it, can't finish on the shot. Bakar tries to step in, take away the basketball, she'll pick up the foul. That'll be her second. It'll be the team's third. On the floor for the Warriors, it's Andrews, Bakar, Summers, Loon, Zeider, Dia, Pedroza, Butler, Worthy, and Ivy, the 5 for Lourdes. As that one rattles around and falls. 22 points and counting for Emma Pedroza, but will it be enough? Still trailing by 11 with 6 minutes to play. Shahad Bakar, underhand toss for Ashley Loon, and that's an offensive foul. They'll get Shahad Bakar for her third. And that's the team's fourth. Zavisha comes in for Lourdes. Lowry comes in for Shahad Bakar. Lowry getting the matchup on Pedroza. Zeider almost got a hand in there to take away the basketball. Worthy fires and misses, got her own miss. Out to Butler, who up fakes on Simone Andrews, and that's an offensive foul on Kalana Butler. Simone Andrews has it. That's poked away by Butler. Coach Ocampo directing things from the sideline as Loon goes for Zeider. 10 to shoot, 5:05 to go in the game. Zeider off glass, it caught rim. And something caught Zeider, a whistle and a foul. It's on Dia, her second, team's third. Zeider will go to the free throw line. Warriors are 9 of 11 there tonight. First one's good. Second one is up and good as well. Zeider perfect at the line tonight, 5 of 5. Give her 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist on the night. Butler tries to put her head down, now skips it across the lane. Outside Dia open for three. You could tell Warriors fans here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena held their collective breath on that three by Dia as Simone Andrews scoops and scores. (65-50), 4:15 to go. A rainbow shot goes high off glass. Launch it up the floor, all alone is Zeider. Bounce it to Lowry for two. And that'll send us to a timeout on the floor. Head coach Tandy Bradford calls time with 4:03 remaining. The basket by Lowry, her first of the night. The assist for Zeider on the bounce feed, her second. Warriors have now assisted on 19 of 26 made shots, shooting at 48% from the floor overall. Led by J.C. Summers still with those 18 points. Simone Andrews up to 15. Zeider has 13. Ashley Loon with 11. Emma Pedroza has carried the load offensively for Lourdes tonight, 22 points, adding 5 rebounds on 8 of 20 shooting. Tamaya Worthy, the next closest to her, with 11 and 6 rebounds on 5 of 15 shooting. But Lourdes, as a collective, shooting just 31% for the game, have turned it over 15 times tonight. And as stated at the start of our quarter, Warriors have done much better tonight than in previous matchups with the Gray Wolves in the turnover department. Just 1 turnover so far this quarter gives them 13 for the game, after they averaged north of 20 in each of the first 2 meetings. Four minutes to go, 67-50. Warriors eyeing that championship game matchup with Indiana Tech on Monday night. Outside it goes to Butler. Leans into the shot, and it's picked up off the deck by Summers. But she throws it away on the sideline looking for Ashley Loon. Pedroza triggers on the inbound. She's out there with Dia, Butler, Worthy, and Ivy. Shot launches all the way back outside to Pedroza. Across the paint, it goes to Ivy for 2. Loon gets it into the front court. Now just trying to take up some clock. Just off the elbow to Zeider, backs in on Ivy. 10 to shoot for the Warriors, 3 minutes to go in the game. That's stripped. Worthy floats it and won't fall. The chance of defense from the Warriors faithful raining down once more as that shot, nothing but net from Kalana Butler. Whistling a foul out high will go on Dia. That'll be number 3 on her and the team's 4th. Bounce it for Loon, and just as the ball arrived, She was grabbed and fouled by Butler. It'll be the second on Butler, team's fifth. So with 2:35 to go, the Warriors now enter the bonus. First one's good from Ashley Loon. Second one's good as well. (69-54) Warriors, 2 and change to go in the game. Pedroza tries to go outside for Dia. That's knocked away by Summers. And as of the quarterfinal round back on Wednesday, if memory serves, there's been 16 games this season where Rochester Christian has held an opponent to 6 or fewer, as Simone Andrews met that pass at the summit, end over end, lays it up, lays it in, counted in a foul. There will be a discussion at the end of that play. Simone Andrews, after the lay-in and the foul, had something to say about it after the fact. You can see the official across the way talking it over with our table crew. Simone Andrews stands alone at the free throw line, waiting for the and one opportunity. So the original foul goes on Butler. A technical was issued to Simone Andrews for the extracurricular. Free throw from Simone is good on the and one. Shahad Bakar will come in for Andrews as Coach Ocampo has a quick word with Andrews as she makes her way off. We'll go down the other way. Technical free throw is good. First one good. And second free throw good as well. The original foul on Kalana Butler, her third. The technical foul assessed to Simone Andrews was just her first foul. Bakar almost got a hand on that inbound. Into the corner goes for Dia. She'll go down to the baseline and got nudged and fouled by J.C. Summers. Correction, they called it on Ashley Loon. That'll be number 4 on Loon. (72-57). One more coming at the line for Dia. Points number 4 and 5 tonight for Dia come via the free throw line. Less than 2 to go. A steal, Butler on the run, that's rejected by Zeider. doing what she does on the defensive end. The all-defensive team member came in averaging 1.8 blocks per game on the season, has a couple here tonight. 90 seconds to go, bumping a foul right at midcourt. Coming down the line was Simone Andrews. That'll be the 5th and final on Tamaya Worthy. Simone Andrews at the free throw line. First one's good. In for Worthy is Kelasia Harris. Worthy's night done. Second free throw is good. (74-58). Pedroza drives on Lowry, got a hand up in her face. Offensive rebound off the underside of the rim. And that's knocked away by Pedroza out of play. A football pass up the floor. On the receiving end of it is Ashley Loon. Now Andrews in a game of keep away with Butler. That'll be number 4 on Butler. And now the Warriors bench starting to feel it. They know they're a minute 9 away as Andrews buries the first. Second one is good as well. Here's Dia to Pedroza, a logo 3. Butler up fakes, throws it up, shot won't fall. Whistling a foul as Ivy tried to go up with it. And now Tandy Bradford has been teed up. .7 seconds to go. Ivy was fouled and will go to the line. The foul's on Summers, just her first. Free throw won't go for Ivy. She'll have one more coming, and it's good. So there was already a technical issue before the free throws by Ivy to head coach for Lourdes, Tandy Bradford. And I believe after the second free throw by Ivy, another technical was issued. So Andrews will go to the line and miss on the first. So a lot going on here in the final minutes from Garth Pleasant Arena. Second free throw is around and down. She'll keep it going at the line and knock down another. So Simone Andrews will do the double dip on the 2 technicals issued in sequence to Lourdes. 79-59, 52.7 seconds to go. And Coach Bradford will call it off and send in the bench. Substitutions include Carson Edwards and Diana Morales, among others. Amal Eunice handles the basketball for the Warriors. Looks like Zavisha tries to go in for a double team, and a timeout will be called. 33 seconds remaining, and that's all that stands between the Warriors and the championship game on Monday night. We'll step aside for a quick timeout on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Using that last timeout to give you a sense of the energy in the building. 33.3 seconds to go. Inbound comes to Zider. Harassed out near midcourt, able to get it away to Simone Andrews. It dribbles out with 2 to shoot, and that won't count. Wave it off. Shot clock violation on the Warriors. Reagan Zider will come in for her sister Kendall. Neela Alls will check in for Ashley Loon, so a couple of seniors will check out for the final time from Garth Pleasant Arena as they send their team to the WHAC Finals. 3 is up on the wing, it's short. Rebound comes down to Summers. A tie-up as Carson Edwards, the senior from Cardington, Ohio, ties up Summers. Gives her team back possession with 7 seconds to go. Shot won't go. Eunice battling for the rebound. It's tapped away. If the Warriors can get a stop in these final seconds, would be the 16th time this season holding a team to 60 or fewer. Back on Wednesday held Cleary to 58. That 3 from out high is wide. Next stop, Fort Wayne on Monday night in the WHAC championship game. Rochester Christian will advance with a 79-59 win in the semifinals. They'll take on the number 1 seed Indiana Tech Warriors in the finals on Monday night. The final stats from this semifinal before we sign off. Rochester Christian shoots at 49% from the floor as a team. They were led by a game-high 25 from Simone Andrews on 7 of 16 shooting, also had 6 rebounds and 5 assists. J.C. Summers finishes the night with 18.7 rebounds and 2 assists on 7 for 10 shooting. Ashley Loon and Kendall Zeider finished with 13 points apiece, while combining for 8 rebounds and 4 assists in the winning effort. On the other side for Lourdes, Emma Pedroza, 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kelana Butler, Tamaya Worthy finished with 11 points apiece, but it was not enough. On this night, Rochester Christian led it from the jump. They will move on 79-59 and head to the finals on Monday. So for SID, Andrew Ripke, my name's Stephen McDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 79 and the Lourdes Gray Wolves 59. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Good night, everyone.